I am Raymond Palmera, Chief Move DND Proper. We at Move DND Proper value, respect, and recognize the intrinsic dignity of every human being. As partners in building and protecting spaces free from gender-based sexual harassment, whether that space be our own workplaces or beyond, we commit to collaborate with organizations and projects that further implement the Safe Spaces Act and use our organization to spread awareness and inspire actions against gender-based sexual harassment. Let us all do our part in ensuring that women, men, and members of the LGBTQIA+ feel safe wherever they may be. Ating patunayan na ang Pilipino ay marespeto at maging bahagi ng komunidad kung saan walang haras. Dahil sa safe spaces, kasali tayo.
I, Major General Adriano S. Perez Jr., Philippine Army, Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel J1, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and at the same time, the Vice Chairperson, DND MOVE Executive Committee for Military, vow to ensure that the AFP is protecting safe spaces. We have posted copies of the law and informed all our military and civilian human resources on this. We are also strengthening our Committee on Decorum and Investigation to investigate and address complaints of gender-based sexual harassment. We will also work with other government agencies and private stakeholders in any effort that contributes to ensuring safe spaces.
I, Brigadier General Reno P. Tolentino, Philippine Army, Assistant Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel AJ1, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and at the same time, the Chief Leadership Committee, MOVE General Headquarters Chapter, vow to ensure that the AFP is protecting safe spaces. We have posted copies of the law and informed all our military and civilian human resources on this. We are also strengthening our Committee on Decorum and Investigation to investigate and address complaints of gender-based sexual harassment. We will also work with other government agencies and private stakeholders in any effort to contribute to ensuring safe spaces.
We at the Philippine Army vow to ensure that we are protecting safe spaces in the organization. In line with our advocacy, which is to be a gender-responsive Philippine Army, we have disseminated copies of the Law on Safe Spaces Act of 2018 and informed all our officials and personnel from Headquarters Philippine Army down to company level on respecting women in the workplace and create a safe environment where sexual and gender-based violence cannot grow and foster. Creating a safe space for everyone impacts the productivity and performance of our personnel. And this is the kind of workplace we want them to have and establish. Furthermore, we continue to strengthen our gender-based violence referral system to support complaints of sexual harassment. Protecting the human rights of our personnel is our topmost priority. I, Colonel Ramon P. Flores, General Staff for Infantry Philippine Army, the Chief Leadership Committee and representative of PA MOVE Chapter, will work hand in hand with other government agencies and private stakeholders in any effort that contributes to ensuring safe spaces. Ating patunayan na ang Pilipino ay marespeto at maging bahagi ng komunidad kung saan walang kabisado. Dahil sa safe spaces, kasali tayo. Maraming salamat at mabuhay tayo.
I am Colonel Adriano S.J. Duadico, Masters in National Security Administration, Philippine Air Force, the Assistant Chief of Air Staff for Personnel A1, and concurrent Chief of the Leadership Committee of MOVE Subchapter in the Philippine Air Force. Your Air Force is a community of safe spaces and supports the advocacy of rejecting all forms of gender-based violence. We vow to adhere with the provisions of Republic Act 11313 through various initiatives such as sustained awareness of POP personnel through the regular conduct of Truth, Information, and Education or TINE, the distribution of advocacy materials to all POP units, and the periodic conduct of gender audit in all POP bases. Further, we have established our Committee on Decorum and Investigation or CODI to address expeditiously all complaints related to gender-based sexual harassment in the workplace and educational and training institutions. As our way ahead, the Philippine Air Force will establish its gender-based violence referral system that will ensure a systematic and gender-sensitive process in addressing all gender-based cases in the Philippine Air Force. Let us work together with Diwa, Galing at Malasakit to sustain safe spaces for everyone.
During the observation and celebration of the 18-day campaign to end violence against women, calendar year 2021. My name is Brigadier General Raul Jesus L. Caldes, Philippine Navy Marines, and I am the Deputy Commandant, Philippine Marine Corps, as well as the Chairperson, MOVE Philippine Navy Subchapter. We at the Philippine Navy vow to ensure that we are protecting safe spaces. We have posted copies of the law and inform all our military personnel and civilian human resources on this. We are also strengthening our Committee on Decorum and Investigation to investigate and address complaints of gender-based sexual harassment. We will also work with other government agencies and private stakeholders in any effort that contributes to ensuring safe spaces. Let us do our part in ensuring that women, men, and members of the LGBTQIA feel safe wherever they may be. Gawin nating ligtas ang lahat ng miyembro ng ating komunidad mula sa mga kalsada at pampublikong lugar, sa trabaho, sa paaralan, hanggang sa cyberspace. Ating patunayan na ang mga Pilipino ay marespeto at maging bahagi ng komunidad kung saan walang haras dahil sa safe spaces, kasali tayo.
I am Jose Victor J. Bajola of MOVE PIVAO Subchapter. I, together with the MOVE officers and members, vow to firmly abide to the government policy on the establishment and implementation of safe spaces within our agency, public spaces, and online platforms. We guarantee full respect to the principle of equality, security, and safety of every individual in our community. In line with this, our agency has recently issued the PIVAO Internal Policy on Handling Sexual Harassment Cases by providing a mechanism to address sexual harassment cases, strengthening intervention and referral system, among others. We shall move mountains to ensure our collective aim to prevent sexual harassment. We vow to make PIVAO safe and vow-free.
We, in the Office of Civil Defense, believe that a safe workspace is a productive workplace. Ako, kaisa ng lahat ng kalalakihan na bumubuo ng tanggulang sibil, ay nakikiisa sa layunin ng gobyerno na pangalagaan ang kapakanan ng mga kababaihan at puksain ang lahat ng uri ng kalabisan at pagmamaltrato ukol dito. A vow-free community starts with me. Together, let us all support our government's run for a gender-based sexual harassment-free country. Dahil sa Office of Civil Defense, bawal ang bastos.
Team NDCP recognized the need to instill the value of mutual respect in educational and training institutions. We expect our scholars, professors, and colleagues to feel safe in campus and in public spaces. As the highest educational institution of the defense establishment, we stand committed to promote safe public spaces for women and girls, espoused by the Safe Spaces Act. We affirm that women and girls should be empowered to move freely and exercise gender expression, and the community to eliminate gender-based harassment, whether at work or in public spaces.
Ako po si Arnold Rafael Y. Ipakakibo, ang Acting Director ng Government Arsenal Department of National Defense. The Government Arsenal commits to ensuring that all our employees and personnel are aware of the concepts of gender and development to be able to minimize, if not eliminate, all forms of gender-based violence. We aim to work hand in hand with the Department of National Defense, other government agencies, and including our partner private entities in protecting these safe spaces.